What's going on YouTube? Welcome back for another video. Today in this video I'm going to show you guys how to import a Gta Ped model into Blender. First things first, you're going to need to take some files off of Toby Space. So if you do not know how to take files off of Toby Space, I have a video on my channel that explains how to do that, also how to read the files. So I recommend going and watching that video first so you have a bit more understanding how to finish off this video. So with that being said, the things you're gonna need for this video is openiv, Blender, and some type of internet so we could get onto Toby Space. So first things first, I'm going to at least show you guys exactly what you're going to need from Toby Space. So we're going to need to make sure we grab a pair of feet, a lower half, a upper half, and a head, right? So I guess we could start from the top up since we're already here. Obviously for a head, make sure you come over here on the side and you have whatever one you're looking for, whether you're making a female or a male. We'll just make a male, and make sure you have, you know, whatever you're looking for checked off. So right now we're on head. So with this, you just kind of find whatever head you want. I guess I would prefer using the biggest head that you can. That way you can guarantee whatever you're trying to put around the neck or the head itself, it'll fit the majority of the models. The next thing we're going to need is the the upper half, and we're going to grab this model right here. So it's a chest and the arms and the hands. The next thing we're going to go and grab is our lower. I guess the best lower for the male, in my opinion, to do this is this right here. So we're going to choose this one for the lower, and then lastly for the feet, we're going to go for these right here, barefooted. Alright, so once we have our feet, lower half, our upper half, and our head, then we're completely done with Toby Space. Now, after grabbing your files from Toby Space, your files should basically look like this. You know, this is our feet, our head, and so on and so forth. Now the next thing that we're going to need that's important for this is a YFT file, which is basically like the skeleton of the model, which is important for later on when you want to do like rigging, when you're creating your own custom models, if you want to get into that, and a lot just other stuff. It's kind of crucial. I feel like it's important when you're building this out. So again, we need to go grab this YFT, and that's when openiv comes in hand. So we're gonna open openiv, and I'm gonna make this pretty simple. I'll leave this, what you're gonna put, whatever you're gonna put in this search engine, I'll leave it in the description of the video. That way you can kind of just copy and paste. So again, depending if you're looking for male or female, it's gonna be named a little different. MP underscore M underscore free mode underscore 01 dot YFT, and we're not gonna press enter because it's just gonna do that. It's not gonna do anything. So you got to come over here and click this right here. So it should bring up that YFT file like right off the bat. All you got to do, click it, it'll bring you to that, drag it out, save it, boom, now you have the YFT. Now we're done with openiv. We don't need openiv anymore. And again, now your files should look exactly like this after taking them off of Toby Space and grabbing your YFT from openiv. So the next crucial step for this is we have to convert all these files into XML files if we want to be able to upload them into Blender. Now, if you do not know how to convert these files into XML files, again, make sure you guys check out the video on my channel on how to import clothing into Blender, and you'll be able to do this part. Once you have your files converted as XML files, they'll look like this. Okay, and here will just be, you know, the normal specular maps for each one, as you see, and then our models, right? YFT file. So this is what your file setup should look like once you've turned them into XML files. Okay, now next, once they're set up, they're XML files, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna open up Blender. Alright, so once we get into Blender, we're gonna come over here to File, Import, Codewalker XML, and we're gonna go exactly wherever we put our XML files for. So right here, Gta Ped XML. So now we're gonna see a few of these things. I like to start with feet because that's just how I am. When you import your first file, right, you gotta make sure, this is important, you come over here and you click import external skeleton, which obviously it imports the first found YFT skeleton in the same folder as the selected file, so which we have it right here. So once we have it clicked, we can put import into Codewalker, and you should import into Blender, and you should find something that looks like this. Okay, you got your feet and then you got your skeleton. Now from here, we kind of just repeat the process until we have everything loaded in Blender. Come back down to here. Now for me, I only usually keep this clicked for the first thing I put in. After that, I unclick it, because if you leave it clicked, I feel like it puts a new one every time, and you know, I'm not a professional, but in my experience, I don't think that's a good thing to have like four skeletons connected to one model. But again, you know, I'm just showing you how to do this for more of a showcase kind of model, not so much for rigging, but you do need the skeleton for rigging. It is important. So again, back to this. So I unclick that. I'm gonna put the next thing in, which is the lower import. As you see, it kind of automatically snaps into place to where it's supposed to be, and we're just going to continue doing this until we have everything loaded in Blender. Alright, so this is kind of what it looks like once we have you know, all of the files loaded in. Again, I'm showing you how to use this more for showcase purposes. So when it comes to the skeleton, for me personally, after I get this guy all put together, I completely remove it. Sorry, I had two of them there, but here we are. That's how you basically get your own ped into Blender for, you know, clothing display purposes or any type of display purposes. Now if you want to learn how to, you know, texture them, put some skin on them, tattoos, hair, you know, kind of give them more of a style, just let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to create a video on that. I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Or you can join the Discord, and I'm usually easier to get in touch with on there. So that's gonna be all for today's video. Until next time, guys, peace.